This is Joy, and we're here for another 10-minute reset today. And before I even start recording this, I take some time to tune into the upcoming container of the 10-minute reset. And I will mention that there is a sensation that came to me while I was tuning in that I think might be a good theme or intention for this reset. And I sensed some anxiety. And so I think this reset could be good for anyone, but especially if there is anxiety present. And this anxiety specifically, it's something that sits very much below the surface. A anxiety that almost becomes invisible in our lives because it is so intertwined with our lives and our way of being. And it's really the result of a feeling of being unsettled or things not being quite right. Trying to keep up with things that are not necessarily in alignment with your path or yourself. I think a lot of us can kind of relate to that, keeping up with things outside of ourselves that when we stop and we think about it, it's not really maybe necessarily the things that we want in life or the things that really feel right. Do we feel a sense of rightness in our lives and about ourselves and the way that we are living? And so beyond that, I'd like to also just talk about what the reset is, that while this is likely to be fairly relaxing, this is more than just a relaxation or a mindfulness technique. This really is energy work. And that, speaking about this sense of things not being right or not in alignment, that this is an opportunity to come back to center, to come back to yourself. And I will be doing this in myself while also holding an intention for everyone who joins this reset, that you will be joining me in this journey back to that center point. And all you have to do is join this with your intention to join me in that we can create a collective energy that gives us that extra momentum for us each to come back to our own unique center point. So this isn't necessarily about me doing anything to you or about the collective doing anything to you. This is simply using the momentum of collective intention for us each to gain exactly what it is that each of us needs uniquely for us in any unique moment. So let's go ahead and get started. And this will be about 10 minutes. I'm not looking at a timer necessarily. It'll be complete when it's complete. Let's just take a couple deep breaths first. So a big deep inhale. And exhale. Another big deep inhale, fill up. And exhale. Feel free, go ahead, close your eyes if that feels fitting. And let's take one last breath here. And exhale. You don't need to do anything for this. I'll invite you to relax. That may or may not feel immediately accessible for you. But just start with an allowance towards relaxation. Eyes can be open or closed. You can be standing, sitting, lying down. You can adjust as the time goes on. I'm just tuning into the space and all those who've joined us today. And all starting to settle in with our collective intentions. I may continue to share words as the time goes on. We'll likely also have periods of silence, knowing that those periods of silence are very powerful. Any words that come up are simply something that's coming into my awareness that might have to do with things that are coming up for others who join, or perhaps just my own inspiration or reflection. Continuing to allow big, deep breaths can be very helpful. Maybe finding a breath that just comes naturally, like a yawn or a sigh. Just letting your body follow that. Allowing movement in your body is welcome. Even sounds, moans, groans. If there's something a little uncomfortable that you're noticing, just exploring if that can translate into a sound. And just take a big breath and then just let that sound out of your body. Oh. Oh. There's a big shift happening right now. There's a very unique beauty that each and every one of us holds. It's unique to each of us. It's a rhythm. It's a dance. And it's effortless. It's natural. We're doing it all the time. Even if we feel like that rhythm is off or suppressed, it's that dance, it's still happening. I encourage you to return to this center point. Use this recording again if you need to, or do this on your own. Come back often. Find this space. The reset is coming to a close. You can open your eyes, bring yourself back here and now. And I will just invite you to take a moment here to notice any difference that you feel. Physically, any difference that you feel emotionally or mentally. And I also invite you to take this with you into the rest of your day. Or know that you are taking this with you into the rest of the day. This is with you at all times. Take good care of yourself today. Be curious as you move forward into your day. If you are curious about my work, I do this in much longer formats, both one-to-one, so individualized, a bit more of a deeper experience that we can have together. Also, opportunities arise for group experiences that are like this. If you have any curiosity, you can find out more on my website or wherever you're finding this. You can probably find a way to it. If you found this impactful, please like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know how you're feeling. I love to hear how you're feeling, where you're at, anything that's brought up for you in your experience, any questions you might have. And I hope that you have a wonderful day.